Former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein testified today before the Senate Judiciary Committee on the investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports. Eric?
Well, Tracy, senators really have their hands full this week. Not only are they drafting new legislation to address police misconduct, but also more funding for federal aid for the COVID-19 crisis and working to set the record straight, like today's hearing about the investigation of Russia's interference in the 2016 election.
It was the Russians who stole the emails. It was the Russians who have divided the American people in terms of the 2016 campaign. But it wasn't the Russians, my friend, who withheld information from the FISA court.
Chairman Lindsey Graham defending this hearing amidst the COVID pandemic, historic Black Lives Matter protests, and Democratic outcries.
They can't deal with the two major crises of the day, racial justice and the COVID crisis, and they're busy pursuing conspiracy theories.
Chairman Graham says Democrats would think differently if this was about an investigation into a Democrat in the White House.
It was the Department of Justice, it was the FBI, it was people who hated Trump. If people had a political bias, an agenda to destroy him before he was elected and after he was elected. And we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein defended his decision to name former FBI Director Robert Mueller as special counsel over the investigation into Russian election interference. But he seemed to regret authorizing the renewal of an FBI application to monitor former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page.
Every application that I approved appeared to be justified based on the facts it alleged.
If you knew then what you know now, would you have signed the warrant application?
No, I would not.
The Judiciary Committee votes tomorrow on whether to subpoena testimony from top Obama officials. That hearing was taking place on the inside. On the outside, take a look at this. Hundreds of protesters gathered outside the walls of the Capitol. So far, it has been a very peaceful protest as people are demanding justice and police accountability. Meanwhile, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are currently working on legislation to bring change. I'll continue to keep you updated. Tracy?
Okay, Eric, thank you so much. Correspondent Erik Rosales reporting from Capitol Hill.